Assalamualaikum. Now I will talk about what is blockchain. First, a blockchain is a database that stores encrypted blocks of data then change them together to form a chronological single source of truth for the data called blocks. Second, blockchain is a system of recording information in a way that makes it difficult or impossible to change, hack, or cheat the system. Third, a blockchain is essentially a digital ledger of transactions that is duplicated and distributed across the entire network of a computer system on the blockchain. Next, a blockchain collects information together in groups known as blocks that hold sets of information. And the last one is blocks have certain storage capacities and when filled are closed and linked to the previously filled block, forming a chain of data known as the blockchains. Next, I will talk about private versus public blockchains. So, public blockchains, anyone can access it, but private blockchains, single organization. Second, authority. Public blockchains is decentralized, but private blockchains partially decentralized. Transaction speed, public blockchains is slow, but private blockchains is fast. And next, consensus. Public blockchains is permissionless and private blockchains is permission. Next, efficiency. Public blockchain is low, but private blockchain is high. Data handling. Public blockchain is read and write access for anyone, but private blockchains read and write for a single organization. And last, immutability. For blockchains, public is full and private blockchains is partial. That's all from me. Thank you.
That is how the blockchain works. First is as a transaction occurs, it will record a block of data. Second, each block is connected to the ones before and after it. Third is the transaction are blocked together in the irreversible chain. So this is how the blockchain technology works. First, a transaction is requested, then the transaction is broadcast to the peer-to-peer network that consists of the computer. Next, the network of the node user node algorithm to validate the transaction and the user status. After that, a verifier of transaction can involve to the cryptocurrency contract and record the information. Next, the transaction is combined with the other transaction and verified to create a new block of data. Next, a new block is added to the existing blockchain, which is the data cannot be modified. And finally, the transaction is now finished. Next, we go to the what is the cryptocurrency. So it's the digital or virtual currency that is secured by the cryptography. Many cryptocurrency are decentralized network based on the blockchain technology. So, for example, Bitcoin is the most popular and valuable cryptocurrency. So, this is the some type of the cryptocurrency, which is the Ethereum. Ethereum is the global virtual machine powered by the blockchain technology. Next is the Ripple XRP. Ripple is a technology that is built for the cryptocurrency and a digital payment network for the financial transaction. Okay, now we move to the distributed ledger technology. Okay, the goal of the blockchain is to allow the digital information to record and distribute, but not for edit. So, as the short keyword, blockchain is a immutable ledger or record of the transaction that cannot be altered, delete or destroyed. That's why we call a blockchain. That's also known as the distributed ledger technology. Distributed ledger technology refers to the technology, infrastructure, and protocol that allow the simulation, access, validation, and record everything in immutable manner across to the network. DLT is also the protocol that enables the secure functioning and decentralized digital database. Okay, now we move to the blockchain data structure. The blockchain data structure is an order or the backlink list of the transaction. Okay, so the blockchain can store in a file or a simple database. In this situation, blocks are linked to the back and is referring to the previous block in the chain. So the blockchain is often visual as a vertical stack. Next, we have a blockchain chaining block. This is for record that store within a block that immutable and verifiable. The block is created by the various miners that chain together to form the distributed public ledger. So each block in the chain contains a multiple messages. So this is diagram for the blockchain chaining. There is a cryptography link between the adjacent chain. Each block in the blockchain includes a cryptography hash in the previous block. Okay, if the transaction we made block has been modified, then the hash that block will be different from what the previous, so it cannot be modified.
After understanding what blockchain is, now we will go beyond the basics by looking at how technology is being utilized today in the organizational and individual setting, including healthcare, banking, cryptocurrency, and entertainment. First is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a popular example of blockchain. Bitcoin is a virtual currency designed to act as money and a form of payment outside the control of any one person, group, or entity, and thus removing the need for third-party involvement in financial transactions. Unlike fiat currency, Bitcoin is created, distributed, traded, and stored using a decentralized ledger system known as a blockchain. Many developed countries allow Bitcoin to be used, such as US, Canada, and UK. Next is Spotify. Spotify is a digital music service that gives you access to millions of music around the world. It's one of the most popular digital music services in this world. When Spotify acquired blockchain startup Mediachain Labs, it was to help develop solutions via a decentralized database to better connect artists and licensing agreements with the tracks on Spotify service. Spotify is planning to add blockchain technology and non-fungible tokens to its streaming service as excitement grows over the possibility of NFT boosting artists' earnings. The next technology is NFT, and is the most explosive blockchain used compared to others. NFT stands for non-fungible token. NFT is a digital asset that represents real-world objects like art, music, in-game items, and videos. They are bought and sold online frequently with cryptocurrency, and they are generally encoded with the same underlying software as many cryptos. NFT exists on a blockchain, which is a distributed public ledger that records transactions. And next is B2Expand. B2Expand is a video game studio that uses blockchain technology. Based on the Ethereum blockchain, they create cross-gaming video games. Their first video game, Beyond the Void, got into Ubisoft startup program, and they are the first gaming company on Steam with a crypto economy. Next is DHL. The shipping giant DHL is at the forefront of blockchain-backed logistics, using it to keep a digital ledger of shipments and maintain integrity of transactions. DHL has a major presence in the US and is one of the largest shipping companies to embrace blockchain. Blockchain has emerged as an important topic in the secure voting discussion. Using smart contract and encryption, blockchain can make the voting process more secure from fraud, more transparent, and ensure voter privacy. In this regard, GenVote leverages blockchain to achieve this and also allows customization of the voting process using different types of ballots and allowing logic-based voting. It is usually being applied in university-scale elections.
As you can see on the screen is a topic on how distributed database is being implemented in blockchain. A blockchain, like a database, store information electronically in digital format. A blockchain are best known for their critical role in cryptocurrency systems like Bitcoin in keeping a secure and decentralized record of transactions. The blockchain innovation is that it ensures the fidelity and security of a data record and generate trust without the need for the trusted third party. The first point is currency. Blockchain allows Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency to operate without the need for a central authority. This reduces risk and also eliminates many of the processing and transaction fees. It can also give those in country with unstable currency of financial infrastructures a more stable currency. Next point is smart contract. A smart contract is a form of computer code that may be incorporated into the blockchain to expedite, verify, or negotiate a contract agreement. Smart contracts function upon a set of conditions that users must agree to. When certain circumstances are met, the provision of the agreement are immediately carried out. This would eliminate the fees and processes typically associated with the use of a notary, third-party mediator, or attorney. Next is property records. The process of recording property right is both burdensome and inefficient. Today, a deed must be delivered to a government employee at the local recording office. If property ownership is stored and verified on the blockchain, owners can trust that their deed is accurate. In war-torn country, it may be nearly impossible to prove ownership of a property. And lastly is the Bitcoin system. The Bitcoin system is the first implementation of DL. It was created with a single goal in mind, peer-to-peer Bitcoin cryptocurrency payments. Bitcoin employs a proof of work, consensus, and chain block of data, hence the name blockchain, to prevent duplicate spending. At the transaction level, Bitcoin has the following characteristics: Byzantine, fault-tolerant, pseudo-anonymity, auditability, public, immutability, accountability, stamping, and non-repudiation signature.
I want to talk about application of blockchain technology implementation in healthcare, which is MedRate application. MedRate application stands for Medical Data Management on the Blockchain, which is MedRate as a solution tuned to the needs of patients, their treatment community, and medical researchers. MedRate applies novel blockchain smart contracts to create a decentralized content management system for patients' healthcare data across providers. The MedRate authentication law governs medical record access while providing means for auditability and data sharing. A modular design integrates with providers' existing local data storage solution, enabling interoperability and making the system convenient and adaptable. Okay, next. For MedRate approach, from fragmented access to comprehensive access, which is patients interact with a staggering number of healthcare providers through the course of their lives, from pediatrician to university physician, dentist, employee health and provider specialists, and more. At each stage, they leave data scattered across a particular jurisdiction system. This leads to a fragmented data trade and decaying ease of access as provider often retain primary data stewardship, either via default practice or explicit legal provision in over 21 states. MedRate prototype enables patients with one-stop shop access to their medical history across multiple providers, which is smart contracts on an interim blockchain, accurate data pointers into patient-provider relationship. This contract data structure are stored on the blockchain and associate references to disparate medical data with ownership and viewship, permission, and record retrieval location. This provides an immutable data life cycle log, enabling later auditing. They also include a cryptographic hash of the record in the smart contract to establish a baseline of the original content and thus provide a check against content tampering. The raw medical record content is never stored on the blockchain but rather kept securely in providers' existing data storage infrastructure. Okay, next, from data rigidity to data sharing, which is interoperability challenges between different provider systems pose significant barriers to effective data sharing. Patients usually face hurdles in authorizing data exchange.
due to the lack of common interface or standard system that orchestrate record access across database. MacRed provides streamlined data sharing functionality by updating viewership permissions on the relevant data pointers, with pointers to patient data aggregated in smart contract on the blockchain. They can offer a single common interface where patients choose when and with whom they share their data. Okay, that's all for MATLAB application in healthcare technology.